Thank you for this opportunity to reach out to you. I've just been the Dean at MYRA School of Business for a little under a month. In this period, there have been so many opportunities that I've recognized over here, and I must say that the new board has been very supportive and has a vision that is very exciting. So there, I'm very pleased to be here at MYRA School of Business. What advice would I give an MBA aspirant? Think about your MBA education as a way of discovering your career interests, what would come naturally to you, and then building upon that. Think about where you fit in an enterprise's financial statement. Are you more inclined towards the top line, the revenue models? Are you more inclined towards engagement and relationships with customers and clients? Are you more inclined to fit in at the operational levels, getting the job done? Are you more interested in helping manage the people who run these organizations? Or are you more interested in, the management of funds, the finance, the accounting part of it? So think about where you fit in. And in all of these fields, you need to have leadership skills. You need to have the ability to think and see the big picture. So you could also be more of a generalist and think about your management education as a way to get into entrepreneurship or into leadership roles in different organizations, including nonprofits. So think of your management education as a broad platform in which to engage with enterprises around the globe. What to look for in a B school? For most of you, this is going to be your last formal educational experience. So try to treat it in that way, as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You're going to be exposed to a large number of formal academic models, approaches, scientific techniques for managing business, and try to view all of these as a way of encoding best practices. So academics is a way of transferring best practices from years of experience, of thousands and thousands of man-years of experience managing, into a formal, communicated approach. So how do you cope with stress? People say that business school is a very stressful place. How do you cope with competition? The world is very competitive, getting more competitive every day. So I actually like to think of stress either as good stress or bad stress. Good stress is when you're put under pressure. You have to rise to the challenge. Things don't get solved if you just do business as usual. So you really need to sometimes put stress on yourself, be self-generated stress, in order to find the depths that you are capable of. So in a way, it's a question of how you train your mind, how you discipline yourself, develop the right work habits that will last you your entire career. So that's what I call good stress. But the way to deal with good stress is not just to go into your room and try to cope with it yourself, but try to do joint work, try to do group work, and as well as individual work. What do corporates look for in business schools? Corporates are a big stakeholder in business schools, and there are many schools, B schools around the world, that have actually been started by corporates. They're looking for talent at the entry level, the next generation of managers. So corporates are very, very keen to look what I call the first bounce, to look for people who would come in and perform functional level engagement and roles in the company, in the corporation, at the cutting edge level. Their corporates are also interested in retraining their managers, and the best place to do it is in these schools. Apart from these things, they're also very interested in the motivations of the students. Are you hungry for success? Do you have what is called the fire in the belly? That approach towards your profession. How good a team player are you? What kind of leadership skills do you have? So it's a whole package that the corporate recruiter is looking for from the student. How has global faculty affected MYRA? How have we leveraged global faculty at MYRA? Well, the wonderful thing about MYRA's global faculty engagement has been there right from the start. Now they're part of the DNA of MYRA. By that I mean, actually they've had a great impact on how our pedagogy is done at MYRA, the course design, the assessment methods, the classroom experience. Much of this we owe to the standards and the examples set by global faculty over here. Several of our faculty, permanent resident faculty, are trained and have PhDs, have earned their PhDs from global schools, reputed schools in the US or in Europe, and therefore I would kind of be comfortable in claiming that our standards here match up to the best standards of global business education. There's a sociologist who some decades ago invented this word, glocalization, and it's a combination of global and local. I think MYRA in business education is a local business school. The interesting thing is that India is now one of the fastest, probably the fastest growing economy, the large economy in the world. So there's a lot of interest in the developing markets in India, in the burgeoning middle class consumer, and business to business linkages that Indian business has around the globe. MYRA is uniquely positioned to offer a educational program in tune with this interest, and that is what we are aiming to do and are largely structured around in MYRA School of Business. In the next few years, short term, MYRA plans to build on its strengths, which is its local, as I said, positioning. We actually would like to build further our international programs in all applied areas, in all our major areas: finance, marketing, general management, international business. We would also like to develop further the trends that are global in all business schools: data analytics, large data, handling of large data, and using them for business decision making. We would like to increase our student intake in a variety of disciplines and make our educational offering more interdisciplinary.